Hello everyone, what is up? Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Today we're going to be talking about what's happening with XRP and the XRP community. Now before we get started, I'm obviously not a financial advisor, nor this is financial advice. This is quite interesting. Let's just jump right into it. John McAfee tweeted out, whatever Bitcoin maximalist came up with the term shitcoin for all other coins was brilliant, but we all know that the future of crypto rests with the altcoins. Bitcoin, old, clunky, no security, no smart contracts, no dApps, is a true shitcoin. Look at that, guys. John McAfee. That's quite interesting because he called Bitcoin this. The future of crypto rests with altcoins. XRP, guys. Pumpkin tweeted out, trillions go through the cross-border rails. XRP is enabling the most efficient new remittance revolution. Everyone will use XRP. Let's watch this video.
You know, you heard a little bit about the clearinghouse. What I might add is we've been around for a long time, 166 years. We've been operating payment systems. Started with check processing and moved to ACH and wire. And so we're the oldest by far. We were the Fed before there was a Fed. We used to print currency, store the nation's gold, do all the activities that the Fed does today. In fact, we helped stand up the Fed back in the day. In, I guess it was 1913. I was not here then. But as you heard, we clear and settle about $2 trillion a day. We are owned by 24 of the largest banks in the country, and I think a lot of you know that. But I think what's important to note is we service every bank who wants to use our services. We have about close to 500 banks that use our various payment rails. And let's face it, in the digital age, which is clearly what we are in today, our payment rails were developed 40 years ago. Pre-digital age, pre-internet, pre-everything. Actually, I find it amazing that I can order a package from Amazon, have it delivered faster than I get a payment from one bank to another. The fintechs are leveraging that vacuum, if you will. They're attacking that vacuum, but they're doing it kind of in a, I would call a Rube Goldberg-ish way. The consumer thinks the money is moved, but it hasn't. The money's not in the account. If it's going through the ACH rails, it could be a 3 or 4 day event.
But quick follow-up on the cores. And I know you guys are deep in discussions with those primarily those three and a host of others. Rough time frames. I know you guys have been working to get this system implemented. What are they telling you roughly in terms of how quickly they could be partners on implementation?
I think this, the end of maybe this quarter, beginning of next quarter, they're going to start to light up. You know, they all have multiple systems.
Right.
So it's been tough. I think FIS has told us they're doing what's called mass enablement, so they will be able to light up, I think, all of their cores simultaneously. Mass enablement, so they will be able to light up, I think, all of their cores simultaneously. I might be a little bit off on that, but not by much.
So that was a flashback, guys, and you remember, mass enabling. You gotta remember that. Mass enabling. Simultaneously. Pretty interesting. Next is from Michael. We believe a new digital currency could become mainstream within the next 2 years, according to the report. A digital currency could see widespread adoption within the next few years, a new report by Deutsche Bank suggests. Again, guys, Deutsche Bank's now stating, look at that, widespread adoption within the next few years, but I feel like it's going to be faster than that. Not in the next few years, but this year. Next is from Next China. Hong Kong stock market reopens in the red during corona worries. Let's watch this video.
It's red across the board. Those coronavirus fears really just taking over the market once again. A lot of what we saw last week. Same idea here. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Hang Seng Index down 2.8%. The HK China Index down 3%. That's the lowest, hitting the lowest it's been since October of 2018. Now that really tells you just what kind of sentiment we're walking into here. MSCI Hong Kong Index, MSCI China Index also down quite a bit. Really want to watch those two benchmark indices for what's coming next in these Asian markets. If you flip up the boards here, look at what the 1% change looks like. You can really see a lot of that action looking a lot like what we saw last week. Really something to keep an eye on if we can see a rally like we did in the U.S. session in the coming days, or if there's just extending losses. That's the name of the game. But let's look at some of the sectors that these coronavirus fears are really taking over. Casinos, airlines, lodging, property. Of course, the things that a coronavirus would naturally affect, those stocks really taking a hit. Gaming stocks down 5%, lodging down 4%. Hang Seng Property Index a whopping 3.7%. It looks like what we started off positively in South Korea and China in the Australian indexes, not so much when it comes to Hong Kong. Sherry?
Kriti, thank you so much for that. For more on the markets, let's bring in our co-anchor David Ingles from Hong Kong. David, so we're seeing really big moves given that we're just back from the Lunar New Year holidays and there's so much to digest.
Right. I mean, there's certainly, well, one, an element of catch-up. That's one, which you alluded to. Of course, we're just opening up right now. Second, I think it's also worth remembering that this is a market, I'm talking about Hong Kong here, that was bid up substantially into late last week because of hopes over a trade deal. You look at how the chart looks from about early December up until, I would say, maybe mid-January. This is a market that's really come back into the market's good graces as well. So you do understand why there's a bit of angst as well. The third element I want to mention as well is, mainland China's closed. That's set to reopen. It was supposed to open on Friday. They've now pushed it back to next Monday. People have gotten creative in how they sort of express their angst over this virus as well. You see some of these ETFs traded elsewhere. And, this is as close as you can get to express that angst, Hong Kong, because mainland markets are closed as well. So you do understand, and I'm just looking at my Bloomberg terminal here, pretty much everything is down on the Hang Seng Index, Sherry.
Is this why we're seeing such a big divergence between the Hong Kong markets, Hong Kong stocks, and the rest of Asia right now?
That should be it. That should be it. Keep in mind as well that we're going to get the PMI numbers out in a few days. And, I just had a look at the latest note out of Bloomberg Economics and what they're expecting to see. So you have sentiment, one. When you talk about fundamentals, that's another. They expect the PMI numbers to, again, fall back into contraction because you have several factors at work there. You have the seasonal factors. That's one. Lunar New Year to begin with, right? So you're getting that weakness coming through. Number two is you have the coronavirus. That's second as well. And then, we talk about how sort of the flow of credit impacts the economy. Well, you know what impacts the economy more than the flow of credit? You don't have a flow of people. So that's another thing that you sort of have to consider as well. So when the PMI numbers come out, Sherry, I'd be watching the non-manufacturing side of things because BE expects that to actually show up quite substantially in those reports.
So there you go, guys. Hong Kong stock market was red or is during coronavirus worries. Again, guys, is going to be an economic collapse soon. Who knows? Tweets BK tweeted out Rapper telling his 912,000 Instagram followers to buy XRP. Let's watch this video.
But I got introduced to this one cat and he put me on something called XRP and I invested a couple of hundreds and then it turned to a couple thousand into a couple shares and a couple coins and next thing you know I had some real good results out of it really fast. So I'm gonna link y'all up with my boy. I'm gonna put his name in the bottom of the description. It is ad, and he'll give you all the information. He'll get you set up. He can get you going. You ain't gotta start big. You can start small. With him, maybe 50,000, 5,000, or 500, or $5, man. And you can get you some money and start dripping like how I be dripping. You know what I'm talking about?
We're seeing more adoption, more people telling other people, about the awareness of XRP. So that's quite interesting. More people are coming on board, which is a good thing. Next tweet is from XRP Stewart, Ripple stock. This is quite interesting. 2015, 89 cents per share. 2016, $2 per share. 2019, $61 per share. Okay, look at that. Insane. From HODLcell, man behind BitLicense is confident that technologies like Ripple Odile is key to the future. Look at that. More news. Ripple Odile is the key to the future. Everything is connecting. It's crazy that everything falls into place. Now guys, we're to the fun part of XRP and the XRP community. This is quite interesting. We can see here from Mickey Van, from the Simpsons 1996 episodes, I swear the producers are from the future. But remember, everything's planned. So we can see here, look at that, coronavirus. Again guys, acting like zombies right there. Look at that. Everything is, predictive programming. It's all planned. Next is from Crypto Amigo. Interesting. We can see here from Demetrius. The world. Look at that. XRP. Green. Bitcoin. Red. John McAfee was talking about it. About Bitcoin is not good. And next is from Fire Explosion. XRP on high alert from this moment till 3rd of February 2020. Expect some action at any given moment. So guys, be ready. Till now to the 3rd of February. So guys, stay on high alert. Next is from Reborn. Border, green, mountain, 1 equal month equal January. Begins equal green, 3rd word, 3. 13, 31st, start, finish, keep your eye on first prize. Timeline, 13th, 31st, green, up, price, pss, boom, nostril, 131, 0202, live. A little political game, shall we? Now this is all connecting guys. First prize, we can see their eye on the prize, 1, begins February as well. Football, look at that, 2-2. J9 Delton tweeted out, 4 days past the death of Kobe is the last chance to buy. You know what to do. The last tweet out, my last chance to get in contact with you. I can't see any type of interaction with this account. Grandpa, these messages are only towards you and nobody else. 4 days past the death of your hero is the last chance to buy. This account is automatically deactivated. Quite interesting. January 4th, 2020. Look at that. Hero. And then 4 days past the death. So, is it going to happen, guys? Is it going to happen? Are we going to see an explosive move to the upside of XRP? Next is from XRP BP. Let's not forget this. Look at this. Shane Ellis. Price as low as possible. As long as possible. As much as possible. As many people out. Look at that. Can you share your background? I work for the UK government. As low as possible. As long as possible. As much as possible. So people can have weak hands and sell. Now we can see here Baba Yaga tweets a lot of stuff. We can see here another trade deal complete. Donald Trump. 2K has already been decided. Ross was correct. As I told you all before, you heard it from other on CT. Number 1, market makers. 2B of unannounced capital is ready at crypto hedge funds. Years ago he said the storm is coming. The storm is being televised. Enjoy. Guys, the storm is being televised. Enjoy. There you go guys. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'll see you guys in my next video. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. And yeah guys, see ya.